Okay, happy Tuesday. This is the ThieAudio Hype 4 Mark II, and I'm going to make an argument for this being the best release of the entire year as far as the sound quality tuning and the drivers that are inside, the cable quality, just the whole thing. There's really nothing weak about it. It's very much comparable to the Top Pro, but much more affordable. It's definitely got a better cable, and in my opinion, it's definitely got a better build quality. I don't think that would be arguable. Metal versus resin. I would always go for the metal if I could. This is going to be given away to somebody that comments below this video, a subscriber. Hit the like button or the thumbs up button, and good luck to you. This will be sent out reasonably fast. I'm sending this out with a bunch of stuff that's kind of on hold until I go to the post office one time before Christmas, and then I enjoy my time and you enjoy yours. Maybe you got tracking too. So this will be sent out. This is the Hibby, and that's a ThieAudio, and I'm probably going to be sending this to somebody who I haven't picked yet, but it'll be somebody that comments below this video, and a next few up until getting closer to Christmas, because I want to play Santa for somebody and really hook somebody up. But let's get back to this set and why I think it probably is, in my opinion, the best of the year. Now, the Top Pro is a set I've been talking about a lot. And this is very similar to the Top Pro, but again, it's got a better build quality. And I think that metal shells have benefits to overall sound replay related to reflections within the shell, etc. So I would always pick a metal shell over a resin one. So we've got metal versus resin, and that goes to this one. And then we've got tuning that is the Top Pro very much, but it's a little bit, it's doing the mid bump a little bit more. It's got a little bit less mid bass and it's pushing up, so it's kind of a seesaw. It's doing double. Now what does that do? Now remember, the bass, sub and mid bass is a glide. It's actually slightly below my target, so it's not a bass I'd say definitely, and it's below my target. So it's a bassy set, but it's not going to get in the way of there's a lot of sets that share this same low frequency, so it's not a problem. The upper mids and the gain region is very typical. It's got the cut around 4, 5, 6. Both of the sets do. It's got the 8K, which is really difficult to get your brain around because sometimes, a lot of the time, that's slightly emphasized because of the measuring device. And then beyond that is very unreliable, but it's not falling off on either set. So the difference between most sets and the Hype 4 Mark II and the Top Pro is this mid bump that's, let's say, 200 to about 800. Now, what does that actually mean? This is Concerto No. 3, Autumn by Vivaldi, and I'm going to play this just for, there's a lot of instruments going on, and there's a lot of energy in the upper registers that could be fatiguing to you. You're not picking that up because we cut that out by the filter, and again, referring to the graph, it's not a very uncommon tuning right there. We don't have low frequency getting in the way because this isn't tuned that way. It cuts down before 200 hertz, actually kind of around 150. So the only part that's being emphasized in a way that might be unfamiliar to you if you're unfamiliar with the Top Pro is this meat area, which right here is a bunch of instruments in a Vivaldi composition. And in a rock and roll track, it would be part of the bass guitar, but not the meat of it. It would be a very important part of vocals. If I took a vocal track right here and did the same thing with Dream, I'll get dinged. Miss Robinson, 200 to 800. Let's just go with that. Maybe this won't ding me. I'll just to show you how much vocals live right here. So that's like the middle of the vocals. We trimmed the bottom fundamentals off and all of the harmonics are gone. But you can catch all the lyrics. Let me do that one more time in another spot. Woo, woo, woo. So you can tell what the lyrics are. You can hear it completely. It's a very boxy sound because we've taken everything off of one end and off the other end and cut it off. So vocals exist right here, the meat core of them. A lot of instruments are the same. So when you take this area and you boost it up, you're giving what could be best described as a musical replay. It's not soupy. It's not muddy because that's the low end interfering with the mids. This is a mid boost. I'm very much a fan of this kind of tuning. I think this tuning is much superior to a lot of Summit Phi sets and the way that they tune, which sometimes try to get very cute, but they get very genre specific. This will play back a hip hop library, though it's not bass head, but it will do 808 drops good. Rock and roll, this excels at because of the vocals kind of popping out. R&B, reggae. Remember, hip hop has lyrics, street poets, so it's very important to get this part right here. And so pushing this forward, if you've ever heard the Top Pro and you like it, I think that this sounds a little bit cleaner than that. And it might be partly down to the metal shells. The dense metal shells are something that a lot of people out there really go for. It's one of the, I won't get into it. I was going to say something about the camper. The camper is still available, by the way, if you want. So go ahead and comment below this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and maybe you can score this. I really think that this is arguably the best set that's been released in this calendar year. It's $399, I believe. $299, $399. I should check that out. Metal shell, fantastic cable. My favorite type of tuning. It's kind of like a W in a way. It's got one ding on it. Nothing's perfect. I think that it's not the 8K, and it's really not anything. It can become energetic in the same way that the Asteria does, which means that if you listen for like an hour longer, you might end up getting a slight ring in your ear, and that's me specifically and my ears, but that's something that actually happened. But it happens with the Asteria too, which is my favorite and most highly ranked set. So long listens, the PMG, ME, and stuff like that, the cadenza in the budget realm, there's some sets that are just totally suited for long listening, where time is not a battery life is an issue, listening time is not. This would be something more like the Asteria or most of the Monarchs, where after a long period of time you might start to feel some fatigue. The Hype 4 Mark II is kind of similar to those in that way, and I did experience that, but overall I would say it's probably the best release of the year. I will be doing a ranking video for this year, and this will be in that obviously, and then I'll be very clear whether or not I think it is in fact the best set that was released in 2025. But right now, with the glow of new stuff, the honeymoon period, it's actually right there for me right now, but I'll try to calm down and do another video in about a week, and I'm out.